CamGlen team, welcome to the first ever vlog that's on this channel. On the day's vlog, I've had a jam-packed day. I went and shot the Cold Stare video with Roxy and Mackenzie, so I'm literally just finished that shoot, straight on to my interview that I've got coming up with Derek at Cam Glen. So we're going to jump inside, do a wee quick interview with Derek, talking about my brand new album Or Nothing. The video that I've got coming up called Cold Stare, that's going to be out pretty soon, depending on when you're watching this vlog. It might already be out, so look in the description for the link. I'm also going to speak to Derek about what Cam Glen do. I think they're pretty similar to Sunny Govan, a community radio station. But yeah, we're going to take you through that step by step. Follow me on this mission. J Lee, CCTV, stay tuned. Hi, yeah, it's J Lee. Cheers. Don't make a regular place, it's been 5 minutes. So yeah, it looks like a nice wee place. As you can see, there's a wee cafe, there's social. So this is the first time I've ever been in Cam Glen. The only radio station I've been in, apart from this, is Sunny Govan. So yeah, let's go in, let's see what it's all about. The premises are good so far, so yeah, I hope the rest of the place is nice. So as you can see, I'm now inside the Cam Glen building. Derek skied us a nice wee tour of the place. The place is looking amazing, top notch, man. Like amazing mics, amazing equipment, amazing hospitality for Derek as well, man. So thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it. My first time in Cam Glen, and yeah, it's been good, bro. So do you want to just give the camera maybe a wee like background of yourself? How long you been in this for? And
yeah, been nearly 10 years now, so I've always been interested in music. When I retired, I get the chance to come in here and do my shows and that, and love engaging with people like yourself, getting people in and chatting and getting bands in to play live and that as well, so that's got great fun.
Nice. And what's your favourite aspect of the radio? Is it more interviews or picking songs or?
Yeah, interviews, getting bands in as well, helping upcoming people, you know, get a wee bit of a step up, which the radio can provide, so
nice.
Yeah, love that.
Have you got an email address people can send music to? Or?
Yeah, promo@camglenradio.org. That's it's right in, and that's you. If your stuff's decent enough to get broadcast on the radio, it'll get broadcast.
Yeah, that's nice. So you've heard it here first. Check out the email address that he gave you, send your music in there as well, and don't say I'm no good to you, you know what I mean? I'm giving you all the wee keys as I'm going here. So yeah, thanks to Derek, thanks to Cam Glen. Stay tuned for the interview coming soon.
That's J Lee there, and can't forget, and I've got to welcome J Lee to Cam Glen Radio. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me, Derek. It's a privilege.
No, not a problem at all. Now we'll talk about the new album, you know, and maybe some of the other stuff you do, but what's the history of J Lee and CCTV, I guess, as well?
Yeah. So the history of us is basically we've been doing Scottish hip hop for over like 10 years. So we were making music, just me and Jam. We recorded a few things off like our phone and stuff like that, so we wanted to kind of step up and get some studio time. So we ended up going into Sonny G, just try to inquire on there, and then we met Steg G. He took us in, done a few recording sessions with us, and then it basically just took off since there. So since then we've been on like a few of Steg's albums. I've just released my new album, and one of the doing gigs with Scheme Hing. And we just try to push it as much as we can.
What's the distinction then between J Lee and CCTV? Is it one and the same? Is it two different projects?
It's basically the same, but there's just they're different in small senses, I suppose. Where it's like my new album Or Nothing, that's basically hitting on the hard reality of Glasgow and scheme life and things that we go through, and that album is monumental. Obviously, being my first album that I've ever done. I recorded, produced and mixed and mastered it myself, and that's gone like a theme all the way through, like homelessness, lived experience, addiction, and all these just kind of things that we all go through, do you know what I mean? So the CCTV stuff is we do hit on the kind of topics, but sometimes we do like the fun tunes as well and like high energetic performances and stuff. So it's one and the same but different in subtle ways.
So this album then it's Jay Lee, it's not CCTV.
Yeah.
Jams there or thereabouts, but
Yeah.
it's your work in the main. That's the situation.
Yeah. So I've got one feature on the album, and that is Jam. He's on the title track, All or Nothing. He helped me come up with the name for the track and the full album basically. So he's on one of the tracks, but apart from that, yeah, it's just me. It's a Jay Lee project, produced it and gave it my own touches and that.
What drew you to the hip hop rap kind of scene?
Well, I just started like listening to like Dr. Dre and Eminem and all that kind of stuff, and then just like gone on my own journey, finding that there was rappers like in our local area. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any Scottish rapper can relate to like thinking you're the first Scottish rapper when you first do it. You know what I mean? You do it with your accent. You're like, wow, I'm like the first person. And then, like I said, like that experience, we got into Sonny G. We didn't know what to expect, and the guy that used to run that gym, he was like, I'll introduce you to my colleague Steg. And I was just like, are you Steg G? Because I already knew a song that was produced by Steg G. And so it was kind of mad the way all that kind of fell into place. So I slowly just getting into the scene, doing gigs and stuff like that. And yeah, just what first drew me was like Eminem and stuff like that. And then finding out like some English rappers. And then, yeah, you know what I mean? Finding out like all these Scottish rappers are on my doorstep, do you know what I mean? And then like meeting people like Loki and the Freestyle Master and Morgan and stuff like that, that was mental for me, because you kind of grew up and you were watching these people, do you know what I mean? Feel like 15 and things like that, watching them, and then you actually meet them, do you know what I mean? I remember like the first time meeting Freestyle Master it was crazy, man. I was like quoting all these lyrics to him and stuff like that. So the thing that just drew me to hip hop at the start was just the love for it, man, and enjoying the music and good vibes. And then yeah, just writing was just like reflecting the stuff that we were going through in the scheme and that.
And I guess you can be creative then without, you know, and express yourself without having to be a musician.
Yeah.
I get initially anyway. Mm-hmm. And I guess you've probably learned some skills along the way. Yeah. So, you know, is it the gritty side of life? Is that what you write about?
Yeah. For this album, that's a lot of like the gritty side of life, my lived experience with being homeless and addiction and stuff like relationship issues and just stuff like that. So right now, it's just a lot of the gritty side. A lot of the times with CCTV, we'll try and write more happier tunes and more things with hope and motivation, but that's always kind of what I try and do in the music as well, is give them a bit of hope and inspiration and motivation and gain like a message. That's what I'm heavy into right now, is like putting stories through the music and gain them messages instead of just making a tune about everything's bad. There's always kind of wee subtle gems in there that they can kind of take with them.
And I guess from your point of view, you know, obviously you're mentioning all these lived experiences. You've came out at the other end, you know, and you're in a situation where you can go out and express yourself as well.
Exactly. And it's always just in the back of my mind, and it's like try to reach the people that's like me, try to reach maybe that wee guy in the scheme that's like me and went through the same kind of hostel and get in trouble with the police kind of thing, and maybe some lyrics might inspire him, do you know what I mean? Like the way Steg and Freestyle Master and people like that inspired me.
Was Jam there with you at the start?
Yeah, always at the start. Like me and Jam got into it as pals, so like we first got into like Eminem and Dr. Dre together. It was like I remember being like at a party and everybody's like getting mad with it and that, and me and Jam was just in the other room watching like rap videos of Eminem and stuff. So that's just how we really bonded at the start, and it's like I never really seen myself rapping away from Jam, do you know what I mean? And he's probably the same. Because it's just like it's a brotherhood, it's a love for it, and especially like writing, getting that vibe with somebody, bouncing off with him, and then obviously gigs and things that we're doing with Scheme Hang as well. It's really enjoyable. So Jam's been there all through the way.
How does songwriting work for you?
So each tune's different, but sometimes like I'll approach it with a concept and an idea. So maybe like I'll hear the beat and it'll give me some like gritty haunting vibes, and I'll be like, right, maybe we'll make this tune about. I've got a song that's unreleased called Ghost Stories, so like maybe I put a few different stories in each verse about a ghost and things like that. So like I'm really concept driven, but like a lot of the times my tunes will just start out with me hearing the beat and then just writing words, rhymes, and then after that it kind of morphs into its own thing, you know what I mean?
The beats then, where do you get the beats from?
So sometimes I'll like just use beats for YouTube or contact like local producers. But for this album, the All or Nothing album, I just myself just used loops off a Logic Pro and just kind of stuck them together, made my own drum beats and just done that. You know what I mean? Just starting out and try to get a solid bass. So, the beats sometimes come from YouTube, local producers, and yeah, I've also been working on a remix album for the All or Nothing album, where I've been contacting other producers and they've been remixing my vocal stems. So if anybody's listening and they want to try and have a shot at it, give me a shout on Instagram, glee_CCTV. So and like a few producers have hit me up like for Barcelona and stuff like that as well through that. So it's like it's mad like working with producers for other areas as well, you know what I mean? And like as much as I'm for the scheming, it's all about scheme hanging the community that we've built.
Yeah.
It's also about trying to go outside that and like branch out a bit and meet other places and do other things. Do you know what I mean? Even like the travelling aspect, man. Like I spent like 26 years in the scheme and never went out, never travelled, never went anywhere. So like last year it was my first experience travelling and things like that as well. And I've got a few tunes where like I went to the Sahara Desert, I done a rap there. I recently went to Malta and I filmed a music video there. And now what I do that, like each place that I go to, I write a tune and try and incorporate the language. So I've got 2 Germany tunes sitting there as well, where I'm sprechen Sie Deutsch, and you know what I mean, I'm speaking German. So yeah, that's where it's taken.
What about your production skills then? Where did you pick them up along the way? And I guess you have to get access to half decent equipment.
Yeah, so a lot of that's like self-taught as well. I did the 2 years in sound production college with the Academy of Music and Sound before they shut down. But yeah, it wasn't because of me, don't worry, it wasn't. I never shut them down. Yeah, so I done the 2 years with that, and like that gave me all the skills and information that I needed. So I was able to find out like, right, this is the mic that I need, this is the computer that I need, this is the technology that I need to be able to record myself and be independent. And that gave me loads of different skills. But like I said, like we've been doing it for 10 years, so it's took a lot of time to kind of acquire these skills. Well, technically I'm no like the best at sound engineering and mixing, mastering and making beats, but I feel kind of happy with the skills that I've got, and it's took a long time to build this. So I'm happy with them and confident.
We played down with Can I Forget, tell me about that.
Yep. So Can I Forget was a tune I wrote probably about 2 years ago. It's the first video that I done after the debut album, and that just reflects a lot about the time in my life where I was homeless and sleeping on the street and stuff like that. Also in and out hostels for like a 4-year period after that. I was like 17 to like 22 kind of thing. So that reflects that, and the official video for that is out now as well on my channel. And in that video I actually went back to some of the places where I slept on the street, shot the video there, went back to my old hostel and shot a few of the shots there as well. And yeah, there's loads of cameos for like the people that's helped me out along the way, do you know what I mean? So Jam's in the video, and yeah, a few different people. So it was really good to go and do that and kind of share my experiences. It's kind of not being homeless anymore and being able to kind of share that with everybody, and it's good to kind of put myself out there and be vulnerable as well, do you know what I mean? Like at first obviously it's a bit like, I don't really want people knowing this about me, and they can use it against you in many different ways, do you know what I mean? But now I'm kind of that aspect where it's like, I want to share that with people so they know.
Yeah,
like,
particularly you've come out the other side, you know, and I guess it's cathartic and that as well. I mean, how many folks sing about emotions and love's lost and stuff like that, you know, and get up on a stage and tell everybody, you know, so yeah, I guess there must be something in it for you as an artist.
Yeah, definitely.
The ideas then, you know, do you set aside time? You got a phone full of voice notes?
So I don't really set aside time, to be honest. Like the lyric brain's always working, do you know what I mean? So it's like something that you might say will pop into my head. Like I like a lot of like Glasgow slang words and all that. So it's like I'm just talking to somebody day to day, they'll say something and I'll be like, I need to write that down, man, that's going in a tune, do you know what I mean? And then usually like late at night I get in and start writing, making beats and stuff like that, man. So I don't really set aside any time. It's just kind of like a constant thing that I do, which is maybe not the great thing, do you know what I mean? But you can kind of get your rest and your respite for that in the small periods of time when you're no writing and you're no recording. But like right now I'm just trying to enjoy all the aspects of music, so it's like being an independent artist, it's a lot, do you know what I mean, where you have to like write, record, mix and master, produce, then put it out, then make a single cover for it, then shoot a video, then try and promote it, do you know what I mean? So it's a lot, but it's like I'm learning to try and love the aspects that I didn't once love. I didn't like to get single covers, do you know what I mean? I didn't like to put myself out there and be on the camera and all that stuff, but the more that I go, I'm just trying to learn to love all the aspects of the music, because it is all creative, even if making single covers isn't your favourite kind of thing to be doing.
It's part of the process, isn't it, you know? Yeah. All the bands that come in here, you know, I'm always having a laugh at them about, you know, all the promos that, you know, you create an album, and it takes a while to create that album as well, and then, you know, you're starting again with all the promo stuff, you know, once the album's ready to go.
Definitely, I think sometimes people think as well that after the album's done, that's it done. It's like after the album's done, that's the start, because it's like you've recorded and you've done everything else, but now you need to like promote and get a single cover and print the CDs and put it on the streaming platforms. Do you know what I mean? But I would just say to artists out there, it's like learn to love that and learn to enjoy it, because it's still creative. Like thinking of creative ways to make content for people to listen to the tune and things like that. Do you know what I mean? That can be fun. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And then it drags on, well, it doesn't drag on, but you're saying that you'll send the stems to folk, you know, to let them play with them as well, and do remixes and stuff like that, you know, so that's an ongoing process as well.
It's crazy, and it's like people will flip it in ways that you never knew. Do you know what I mean? It was like you just made this tune and to a beat, and then they'll come like, I just got one back for a producer, and it's like a jazz soul kind of flip that he's done, and he's kind of like stretched the vocals and slowed them down, and I'm like, bro, that's crazy. I would have never have made that. Even if I got the beat off him and wrote it, I might have never wrote something like that. Do you know what I mean? And like a few jungle ones that people sent back, and it's just like, it blows my mind. Do you know what I mean?
And it inspired you, send you down another path as well.
Exactly. And it's like, oh, let me try and write to a jungle beat, because it's so fast, and like a drum and bass beat, so fast. But it's like, let's try and write to that and make something of it. You know what I mean? So it's good.
You and I have taken a breather, and we'll have another track off the album. I've got Y lined up. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so Y's all about like the fighting against the government and the system that we're in. So it touches on like loads of major topics that we're going through, and just ask the listener a question to think like, why is the poor still poor and the rich getting richer kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's a philosophical kind of song about fighting up and standing up to the powers that be. So yeah, this is J Lee, why? So here I'm at here with Derek for Cam Glen. First off, I just want to say thanks for having me on.
No, it's a pleasure.
It was really good, man. I feel like we talked for too long, do you know what I mean? But yes, you can't shut me up once you get me going.
You get back in again, we'll have another chat.
Definitely, man. So obviously we've got the CCTV album coming at some point as well, man, so it'd be good to really get in.
Yeah, and all the community stuff you're doing as well, you know, we're heavily focused on health and well-being, you know, so...
Yeah, and it's a great facility you have up here as well, so it's like it needs to be utilised by people that can use it properly. So we're probably going to be doing events up here as well, probably screening next few of my videos here and stuff like that as well, man.
Yeah,
so
cool.
Thanks for having me on, man. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's always great to have somebody in, and the two can chat for Britain.
Definitely, mate, definitely. So just tell them your show as well. When's that on? How can
Right, the Belly's Jukebox, Monday night, 8 till 10. All the indie alternative stuff and some hip hop as well, so yeah, tune in.
So there you are, team. That was the wee interview that I done with Derek at Cam Glen. Loved getting in about the Cam Glen studio. I've never been here, man. I've always heard about it, heard loads about it, man, but never been there to experience it, man. So the interview went really well, man. I hope you liked it as well, because obviously I put a few clips in this video, talked loads of things about the album, the community work that we do, and yeah, loads of different things as well. So that's wrapping up a really busy day, man. So earlier on, like I said, I was shooting the Cold Stare music video with Mackenzie and Roxy, and then I was straight to Cam Glen after that, man. So yeah, been a good, really busy and productive day. Most people are probably sick of me saying it, but go check my album All Nothing out now on Bandcamp. If enough people check it and buy it, then I'll stop promoting it, then I can just move on to the next one, do you know what I mean? But yeah, more videos dropping for that. Just want to say thanks to everybody for the support, man, really appreciate it. If you like my vlog style videos like this, then say in the comments and I'll keep making more of these, because I like doing it, it's fun, do you know what I mean? So yeah, cheers for watching. I've been J Lee, catch you after.